My name is Kenneth Vignali. I own Signature Peace of Mind Advisors. We're an IT and cybersecurity shop. So we work with a lot of small and mid-sized clients. I think there are a lot of fundamental things that a lot of MSP and MSSP providers are looking for in regards to simplifying their tool stack, trying to find solutions that internal teams and also our clients can use that are relatively simplistic, right? You've got a lot of big names out there that are overly complex, I think, for a lot of organizations our size, and even customers, report being cumbersome. So we were thankful to find BoldDesk because of the simplistic nature of being able to stand it up, deploy it, and train our customers on it. We were doing a lot of research, the Google searches, Reddit searches, because we were really trying to get away from a lot of the bigger, well-known names. We were looking for something a little bit more newer, modern, and based upon all of our searching and research and talking to other companies, we finally came across BoldDesk as our solution. I really liked genuinely how simple it was to stand it up with minimal training on the tool. Documentation is pretty good, and the support team were pretty solid as well, because we were looking at, okay, once we get the fundamental functions set up internally, I just want to keep options limited and straightforward for our clients, because they don't necessarily need to spend all day trying to figure out how to submit a ticket. So I like they can send an email and it'll generate a ticket. And then in the age of artificial intelligence, while I do appreciate the approach where there are ticket summaries and, especially when you're training new people to the industry internally, you can kind of train them on key things that customers may be looking for or issues, or, kind of building that knowledge base as well. What I like about BoldDesk is it's pretty self-explanatory the way you guys built it, versus having to pour through a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of support tickets, support threads, documentation for a lot of these other platforms to try to figure out ultimately what is perceived to be a very simple task that you're trying to complete. I think knowledge articles internally are kind of a common theme in a lot of companies like mine. So you can kind of document a lot of that knowledge, especially if you ever have turnover internally or bring on new team members. I like that it's working towards identifying common themes across tickets that are raised by clients externally and internally, and trying to help you automate some of the building of that knowledge base. That way it takes a lot less time manually to go back and build these things and dedicate somebody to that, where it kind of learns as you iterate. And then that ideally shortens the timeline it takes somebody to get up to speed on how the business operates and how they're supposed to deliver to clients. Companies are looking at ways to consolidate their tech stack and eliminate a lot of their technical debt. And I think based on the price point and the feature sets compared to competitors, I strongly feel if you're a small organization, mid-size, been around for a while, I think it's worthwhile to give BoldDesk a try to see if it's a good fit for your organization.